So what do the parties in the coalition actually want, and how far are they willing to take their argument? Joining us to explain whether we're heading for the polls in November or not is Jerusalem bureau chief from the Jewish News Syndicate, Alex Traiman. Alex, thank you so much for being with us. Now, to overcome the budget hurdle, Finance Minister Israel Katz offered the Blue and White Party a compromise proposal. What does it include?
Well, the compromise would be to push the deadline for forming a budget, which was originally scheduled for August 25th, back by 100 days. The question is whether it will be a one-year budget, which Netanyahu was pushing for, or a two-year budget, which Benny Gantz is pushing for and is also part of the coalition agreement. It is believed that Netanyahu wants only a one-year budget, which is only for the end of 2020, in order to have a possible trigger to go to elections ahead of a planned rotation agreement with Benny Gantz that would see Gantz become the prime minister in November of next year.
I see. Now, I want to move on actually to a very controversial vote that's going on in the Knesset for a vote tomorrow, pushed by the opposition. It would effectively ban Netanyahu from running should there be new elections if it were passed. Why Gantz originally, with the Blue and White Party, ran on a platform of supporting this type of legislation that would bar a prime minister from forming a coalition or a minister from forming a coalition while under criminal indictment. Why do you think that they're inching away from that now?
Well, Gantz is actually pushing again towards that same type of legislation to bar Netanyahu. Right now, the government, even though it's called the unity government...
Well, they said that the Blue and White has recently stated that they're going to sit that vote out.
It's believed that there are members of the party that do support it, but there are other members of the Blue and White faction that do not support it. There's no doubt that Gantz seeks to end Netanyahu's reign as the prime minister, and they'll use any possible mechanism to do that, especially if they believe that Netanyahu will not honor the rotation agreement that was set between the parties.
I see. And then, I don't know, could he maybe support the bill and possibly force Netanyahu to honor the unity agreements? Do you think that would work?
Well, that's what the threat is. Really, by threatening to push forward the legislation, they're hoping that Netanyahu will cave on the original terms of the agreement, which stipulate that a two-year budget needs to be passed. Gantz wants a two-year budget to be passed because not having a budget is a trigger for elections, and Gantz wants a budget to be in place by the time he is scheduled to take the reins in November of next year.
I see. All right, Alex, thank you so much for your insight today.
Thank you.